Today in the news is all about the Corvette Zr1 or whatever is coming next. Now, obviously, we don't know until Chevy announces, and they take their time doing that. But we have finally seen the vehicle on the racetrack, that being on the Nürburgring in Germany. Major shout out to Motor1.com. This is where I found the story. These guys are great. We'll be commenting on this story right here. I'm going to share with you guys some really cool pieces of information that I've learned about this version of the Corvette we have found on the Nürburgring now, compared to what we've been looking for in the past. Now, we've been tracking the Z06 across the country, so many tracks, 8 or 9 tracks, 7,000 miles. It's been incredible. But then having the other Corvettes before that, we've had the chance to really explore on what this platform needs from what it's looking like. This has got basically everything that I said I wanted to see on the version of the car, the next version. Let's go over it right now in this video. So you have a massive rear spoiler now. It looks like the race cars to an extent, but also it gives me hints of 570S GT4 vibes, which is a McLaren. And I say that because the pillars that hold them up, it's 2 arms on either side straight up, and it's more flat and curved on top of the spoiler itself. Versus even the Z06 that I have, the spoiler was more angular and wasn't as wide with the section width. This is much wider, it's extending higher up in cleaner air, and it looks like it's longer too. You still have the Corvette Z06 wide body, as you can see right here, but we're finding many more intakes, and this is what I love to see. More intakes on the vehicle. It seems like we still have the same dive planes up front, but then you have something right where the frunk is, the front trunk. You know, I've been talking about this for so many years now. I want to see Chevy go uncompromised and go down the route as Porsche, because Porsche has been doing incredible things as of lately with their GT3 RS, even with looking at other brands like Ford, the Ford Mustang GTD, similar thing. They're going wild, no compromise. Shout out to Motor1. Make sure to check out their article for all the photos. I'm just gonna give you my quick commentation on this and share with you my ideas of what this is leading towards based on all of our current knowledge as well, to give you some good fair use coverage on this. There is an exit vent, it looks like, which would mean this has got an S-duct design. I've been wanting to see this for so long now with Corvette. Having an S-duct will help you get even better airflow on the front end. It just looks cool. Having the S-duct up front, what's going to happen is that it's going to channel the airflow through the front bumper in the middle. Obviously, you have the middle radiator, but then you can pick up the air through the hood, and then this will produce front-end downforce. The more downforce, the better for the corners, you could say. It also hurts for acceleration. This is why more power is needed, and this is why, from what we have heard over the years, the ZR1 always had some most horsepower. I think this is going to take the 5.5 liter to the next level. We can find more intake systems on the side profile of the vehicle behind the big intakes. Now, talking to the team before in the past with Corvette, they're all very enthusiastic, which is very cool to see. I think that this version, with the downforce and the styling, this is meant for those types of people like us, who like to run at the racetrack. The E-Ray is going to be more of the all-around performer for Corvette that takes the Stingray into the electrified scene. 2 completely separate animals. Currently, E-Ray's top dog with acceleration. This vehicle, from the reports we have heard, people have been saying 800 plus horsepower. I think the specific number that we have heard has been 850. You can't go completely off quotes and speculation, because even again in this video, this is more speculation. This is not a vehicle that is out yet. So, and we won't hear anything until they decide the day comes where they announce it. Looking at the side intakes, there are little intake nostrils or holes that just pick up air beside the big side scoop, and it pulls it in through a hole. Same goes for on top of the rear hatch. There is another intake. I believe these can be utilized for a turbocharging system and also to provide for more cooling. There is already a lot of cooling happening for the vehicle. These extra air intakes are going to be bringing more so towards the turbochargers and other attributes of the vehicle. When you produce more power, inherently you will get more heat. I do think that the team doesn't want to fall short on the cooling department, because even looking at the Z06, I think I got that vehicle maxed to about 200 degrees temp for the oil. It didn't run hot. Some vehicles can run very, very hot. They were adamant that they will not have any cooling issues. Flashback to last generation Z06. Stuff happened. Nowadays, no. Not even on the table, it seems like. I'm curious if this rear spoiler is adjustable. Sometimes for these types of setups, they have different pins that you can pull out towards the arms that hold up the wing, and you can adjust by pushing down on the front end or up. This will create more drag and also more downforce and less. If you want more understeer, you could obviously increase a ton of downforce out back and minimize your front, then your back end won't go anywhere. You want more oversteer, you could lower the downforce out back so there's less pressure pushing it down. Your front end could have more downforce and you can get some more rotation. So depending on racetracks, you could adjust. If this does have 850 horsepower to 900 horsepower, and it has the same platform with the tires as the Z06, 345s out back, 275s up front, there is no lacking with the grip for the Z06, no lacking at all, it just needed more power. This is going to solve everything. When it comes to the body kit, it looks like the main changes have stemmed the exit vents right there where the hood would be. Also, you have the 2 dual intakes that look just like the intakes on the C7 Stingray on the back deck, where it's kind of opening up and grabbing air. You have much larger end blades on the side of that big wing out back. It looks like the spoiler is adjustable, which is good. Adjustability is what you want on the track. You can see 2 little pins on either arm. That means that it probably is adjustable. The rear bumper itself looks just like the C7 Z06. You know how we were talking about how there is a grab vent right there behind the big boomerang? I think, zooming in, that this is following that line of the boomerang we had on the Z06. If we look at my Z06, there is a black section after that sideways V of an intake. It continues with black. It looks like they did that because they wanted to put another vent right there at the very end. This time on this version, that airflow would probably be applied all the way to where the end point was on the Z06. No roof scoop it looks like. I believe this is probably going to be the track model. The driver looks just like Aaron Link from Chevrolet. That's cool if it is. Hey, looks like you're having fun out there. If it's not, no worries. You look like Aaron from the engineering team. Would make sense if he's out there. We interviewed him with the Z06 and the E-Ray. So that is cool. That is cool. I think if it is him, he's probably having a ton of fun on this track with this vehicle. Hey, that's a dream job goal right there in the future. Track on the Nürburgring with a prototype development vehicle. It's so funny how small the car world really is. As you guys know here on the channel, our goal is always to get the next thing. Keep trying out the versions and keep the pinnacles. It's always been that on the channel. I've been stating for 4 years now how my goal is to get the final Corvette and work my way there, show you guys what all the performance variants can do. That means I think this one's probably next. I can't wait to do what we do best, that no one else can really touch. Share what it can do on the racetrack. Still to this day, there's no one out there that's produced the content we have with these Corvettes on the track, sharing the world what they can do. With the most powerful version going against all the greatest hypercars, supercars on the planet, hey, I'm happy to help. Let me know what do you think on the content, strategies, and ideas. I know you love the content. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Also, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below of this new Corvette coming. Remember, in my Corvette video with the Z06 recently, where I was talking about I was thinking about selling it, I mentioned how over the horizon, it's coming. Well, there you go. I was 2 months off the first spy shots of the Zr1. I knew. Major shout out to Motor One. I really enjoyed giving you guys my creative thoughts on this news coverage. If you want to check out all the photos, there's a ton there. Check out Motor One's article. I'll have it linked down below. This is just my original thoughts on this matter and more, so we can all get the minds rolling. Think about what is coming next. Subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. Hit the notification bell. I'll see all of you in the next episode.